There are videos on the internet that, once you watch them, you can never forget. Images that seem to defy explanation, moments frozen in time, that leave behind more questions than answers. And among them all, there is one that has disturbed millions around the world: an elevator, a young woman, and a behavior no one has ever fully understood. This is the story of Elisa Lam. The year is 2013, Los Angeles, California. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student, intelligent, curious, and passionate about traveling. She had decided to explore the west coast of the United States alone, documenting her journey through a personal blog where she shared her thoughts, her emotions, and her struggles. Her final stop, the infamous Cecil Hotel, a place with a dark past, a building tied to suicides, murders, and strange events spanning decades. But Elisa didn't fully know this. Or maybe she simply didn't believe it mattered. Elisa arrived at the hotel on January 26th. During her first days, everything seemed normal. She even kept in contact with her family. But on January 31st, she vanished. No explanation, no goodbye, no trace. Her family, growing increasingly worried, reported her missing. What began as a routine search quickly turned into something far more unsettling. Days later, authorities released a video, a security recording from inside one of the hotel's elevators, a video that, to this day, continues to spark endless theories. In the footage, Elisa enters the elevator. She presses several buttons, but something isn't right. The doors don't close. She peeks outside, looks down the hallway, as if someone is there. Then she steps back in, presses more buttons, almost frantically. Her movements become erratic. She hides in a corner, steps out, looks again, and then she begins making strange gestures with her hands, as if she's talking to someone or something we cannot see. Finally, she walks out of the elevator and disappears. That was the last time she was ever seen alive. Weeks passed with no answers, but something strange began happening inside the hotel. Guests started complaining. The water had a strange taste, a foul smell. Sometimes, it even appeared dark. Hotel staff decided to inspect the rooftop water tanks, and that's when they found it: Elisa Lam's body floating inside one of the tanks. But the discovery only deepened the mystery. To reach those tanks, Elisa would have had to access the rooftop, enter a restricted area, open a heavy metal lid, and climb inside. However, the doors were reportedly locked. There were no signs of forced entry, no clear evidence of another person involved. So, how did she get there? The theories came quickly. Some believe Elisa was being followed, that someone was outside the elevator, watching her. Others say her behavior suggests she was running from something invisible. There are even paranormal theories that the hotel, with its dark history, may have played a role in what happened. But there is another explanation, a more grounded one, and perhaps a more unsettling one. Elisa suffered from bipolar disorder. It's believed she may have stopped taking her medication during her trip, which could have triggered a psychotic episode. Her movements in the elevator, her confusion, her paranoia, it could all fit. The autopsy ruled her death as accidental, drowning. No signs of physical trauma, no significant presence of drugs or alcohol. The case was closed. But not everyone was convinced, because some details still don't add up. Like her behavior in the elevator, the doors that wouldn't close, and the question of how she reached the tank. To this day, the case of Elisa Lam remains one of the most disturbing mysteries on the internet. A video that seems to show something beyond normal. A story where reality, fear, and speculation collide. And one question that still lingers in the dark. What really happened that night inside the Cecil Hotel? Maybe the next time you step into an elevator and the doors take just a little too long to close, you'll remember this case.